Oh yeah, Rod. Oh yeah, I feel it. Charlita, yeah, well, you know what, honestly, you know what, I'm the same way, Charlita. Are you like a big worker or anything, or what? I have to work all day tomorrow. I should be sleeping. I don't know if I'm gonna make it past 1 or 2. Probably not, there's not many work. It's still competitive after 2 or 3. I don't want to deal with that anyway. Go be waiting around forever. I'd rather just be the early bird this way, you know? Best job, best days. I like the daylight and the temperature early too. I don't like working to the night. I'm not really that, but I have. I just don't prefer it. So here we go. Oh my god, Laura Queen. I don't know like Courtney Cox. If I did, I'd be like the shit. I think she's a boomer and she's hot. What the fuck? Oh. You know what's crazy, Charlita? Okay. I've had a variety of types of jobs in my life. I've made my own business. I've been 1099, like contractor. I've also been, well, which is like, yeah, but it's a different type of contractor, obviously. Same concept. But like careers or jobs or income, right? I'm pretty much efficient at all of it. I prefer much over some, though, obviously. And I like the ones that I make money at enough to survive and enough to feel comfortable, which without the malicious attacks on my income, which is, by the way,
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast, I can roast, I can gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you are behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains that last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last.
Oh my god, horror in that space, remember the time you know that?
I never got anyone's help, I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some honesty. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead of say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable. Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages. A vacant, modern kingdom for the taking.
But let's just break down what we do know. How do we get to this point? It's not because I'm a bad person, and we all know that the people that were in chat want
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
I don't need to call me things I'm not. Stop eating. Your brain's gone. It's all lard now, bitch. Soon it's gonna pop out of your ass, fat fuck. You know what she is, Manette? The level of pathetic she is? Her legacy is a fat girl. And a fat girl that pisses and gets totally rejected without any level of self-preservation on camera all the time. Nobody wants her. There's a reason, I get it now. My point though is like, goddamn, don't tell me I'm doing things just because you're too stupid to know that you don't know all, bitch. Like, speak less, Will. And like, how dare you gaslight Victoria about shit that like, I didn't even talk about my hack. The fat fuck of no, like, she's valueless. She's basically dead. She's so fat. She's still alive, barely. She doesn't have a chance though. She's about to have cardiac arrest, TBH. Rot her, bitch. We are gonna need to make a double wide fucking hole in the ground for you. Rot her, bitch. And it's gonna take this whale, like, literally 6 years to die. Slowly, pathetically, and alone. I mean, all these are fair assessments of her reality, we know that. But she's so fat that she won't die at first like anyone else. She's just gonna feast off her own blubber until she literally finally turns into the corpse she already is. Hi, Dope Girl, what's up, dude? Yo, what's up? Hey, Dope. Hey, hun. Okay, anyone, by the way, speaking of the hackers that don't exist, right? Manette, you're so high IQ. I love how you, like, criticize my actual valid, you know, college credits for English before graduating high school, Piggy, with a typo. That shows exactly why you don't deserve to speak. Just fucking eat. That's all you're good for. But yeah, Dope Girl, speaking of this, hi guys, I'm sorry. I'm so sick of this shit though. I don't need to get on that page though. Victoria is kicking ass right now, dude. I'm trying to tell her how impressed I am. It's not just because she's kissing my ass because she's not. It's literally because she's just saying the sky is blue. And like, people need the sky to be yellow right now in their own mental failures of existence. I don't know why. It's not normal. Nobody. Oh, that was what I talked about my dad about. Dude, me and Victoria, I knew this from the start. This is why I try to be nice to her too. I knew we would relate, and it just took her a little bit of time. She did relate from the beginning to the end with me, because she fell for a guy that was a manipulative piece of shit, because she wanted to believe in him and take care of him and make him feel valid. And he never crossed her like he crossed me, but he got enough, and she's smart enough to have backed out long before I did. Victoria might be smarter than me, and I'm not that dumb. I'll just say that much. I think Victoria's really smart, and it's not, like, hard to be that smart. It's just, actually, I don't know her well enough to know if she's smart. She's just so smart compared to everyone else talking fake shit. It just makes her look like Albert Einstein, no cap. I want to know what her personality for MBTI is. Victoria, I'm gonna DM this bitch. Victoria, I want to know what your MBTI is. I bet you she's an INTP or something close. I think she's an INTJ though, if I might be frank. She might be an INTJ. That would explain why she figured out Nick faster than I did. P's, perceivers, we kind of think things through. J's kind of think and get it done, although we tend to end up with the same conclusions. Does that make sense? So yeah, it just took me longer to get fucked over like this. Victoria was smart, she got out fast. But I think she's really high IQ. Rod, thank you. Real Dope Girl, for real. Oh my god, why are you not a mod, by the way? I appreciate that. Oh, can someone check that that's Real Dope Girl? I'm sorry. Yeah, you gotta understand, baby. But I agree. But it's so crazy. Okay, Dope Girl, I don't know if you know me that well, but I would like to get to know you, and I wanted to mention this real fast to you and everybody. My T-Mobile phone after the hack, I mixed it up with the Verizon phones, which are where Nick sold the SIM. And that's where those hacks came from. I haven't opened anything malicious. My T-Mobile phone's fine. But I was like thinking the T-Mobile phone, the safe phone that my mom pays for in Ohio, right? I was thinking it was a Verizon phone I was working on security settings for. I need a mod to Dope Girl, I believe you, but also, like, I need someone to check that's a mod. If you don't mind mods, can you please let me know if that's Real Dope Girl? Please check her profile, and then I'll mod her. Honey, people sneak in all the time, and even a low-level mod, I won't do much, but I'm not in the mood to clean it up if you're not really her. Thank you. Thank you, Tong. Thank you so fucking much. I don't know. That you hate so much that you take for me to tell me I don't work. Dumb fucks. I made a lot of money, although it was very expensive. I still took care of everyone else in groceries, and like, yeah, Nick likes to say how he worked. The freak sat in his ass smoking meth all day. Who actually smokes meth all day and sits? Okay, at least when I used it, it was productive because I was working all the time making bills that nobody else in this chat seems to be able to understand why taking that from me would have felt so traumatic. Yeah, I know how to make something for myself, and it took a long time, and I've been over shit because I'm a badass bitch and I get shit done. It might take a while, and I have obstacles other people don't have, but these people that hate me so much, they have no idea what that feels like. So while you mock me for being mad about things that you would never understand, Rel, I want to like you for the record. I see you for who you are though in other chats. I know what you're about. I want to like you. I wish you didn't. Whoever you are, Rel, can you not be a piece of shit to me? Like, what have I done to you, though? Anyways, my point was, first time before any of this shit came out. Hi there, that's nice to know. Well, actually, Dope Girl, it was canceled. Normal, this was Dope Girl. Okay, did anybody, here, you know what, fuck this. Dope Girl, I'm gonna make sure it's you right now. My chat phone, we're gonna mod you if it's real, Dope Girl. I think it is. I'm not saying I don't trust you, by the way. I don't trust anyone until I'm sure. You know, that's all. That's what people don't get about me. I'm actually aware of things when I speak. And if I'm not, I say I'm not aware and I'm hypothesizing. People just want to tell me the sky's so yellow, and I'm like, nah, dude, literally, like, it's blue, but, you know, whatever. Oh, shit, I want to use this phone. We want to use this phone. Wait, why? Stop. Gee, my phones are fucked up, but I did get all the evidence. Dope, I know you don't want it. I'll fix it. No. I don't like normal sports, and okay, I'm not gonna tell you everything that's been going on, because it's insane. Holy fuck, it's insane. Even the few people that know the vague details, they don't know depths of all of it. Anyway, so yeah, Warped Tour though, yeah, it used to be like $45 for like 1,000,000 bands. Now it's 150. It is still the cheapest festival, but I think it's Ticketmaster took it back. And the final Warped Tour, well, who took over the Midwest? None other than Cleveland, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Yeah, and then it was Florida, and I think SoCal, like Long Beach or something. Oh, I hate sports, bro. I was a skateboarder and a horseback rider. My sport was higher society. Not to say any school sports shit like that, but it's just not my scene. I've always been different a little bit. I had different interests in the mainstream, but I'm always my own independent thinker. So free speech, free thinking is the most repressed class. Hi, Rod. Are you civil? Why civility? What's wrong? Trevor, it is, I believe, the 4th. I actually don't. Trevor, if you want to know some details, you should call me sometime. I will tell you a lot if you promise not to talk about it. I trust you enough. If you tell me, I can trust you. But if I can't, then don't ask. But I'll tell you. I want to trust you, and I would like to tell you, because I think you get more about what the reality of this is. Because I think what the reality is, man, it's so obvious. Some of you guys, yeah, even if you do research, you don't know. I didn't know half of what I just found out recently. Really, Trevor, you gonna come here? Dude, Trevor, I would love that. I want Billy to come up. Trevor, I really liked you, and I think you're a decent person, at least not if good. I know we had our beef, but I don't think you're a bad guy. I think you started out really like a decent person towards me, and I did appreciate that. And I want to see you like that again. Wait, what? Whoa, 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 whoa. I do have a pair of Vans. Oh my god, Rel, who are you? Rel, this is a setup. You're setting Silver and Q after me, aren't you? I think Q and Jenny are besties, by the way. Or they are the same person. They sound alike. They have the same ego problem. And they really like to wear my skin. It's weird. But they think they're me, so it fits. That's what Jenny does. You know, it is what it is. No, Dribbles, don't do that. Look, I didn't expose anything. Maybe I misinterpreted shit. It did feel like bad timing to say what you said though, Trevor. If I can be fair with myself. I shouldn't have gone that far though. And I usually don't go that far for things I don't know for sure, by the way. You just have to understand, like, I was in an abusive relationship and everybody was the enemy if they wanted to like me at all, if they were a man, and then they did something that I could perceive as that. It wasn't, I'm not usually like that, okay? Everybody that I humble now, it's valid. We know that. But Trevor, like, you were not one of them, and I really feel like I did a thorough think through before I responded, if I can be honest. What I should have done, Trevor, is I should have called you and told you how I felt, and I do feel like it would have been straightened out. I'm sorry I didn't try that first. Normally I do with people that I think are valid and worthy of that, but I was just so hurt by everything, and I just expected enemies everywhere, you know? Please forgive me. I think you have for the most part, but if you haven't entirely, right there, I hope you do. Back to the reason that, you know, it's weird. Dribbles, stop. Dribbles, I don't know if you like me or hate me. Sometimes I can't tell. But yeah, no, anyway, so basically, my point with the whole thing is, before Nick, everybody was nice to me, even after the fucking macing incident. But, like, when I was abused, and literally, like, homeless in a car doing my best, after accomplishing everything left and right that no one else could have. Dude, I had a month to get out of the house, and then I got approved for an apartment, and Nick was supposed to be part of it, and then he just went manic one day, you know, going crazy on the camera about me, how I'm doing things that, it was acid face era, if you remember that. Yeah, acid face era. Because it's almost like he's been acting this whole time. I don't know what that means. I have no idea how stupid, crazy, or connected to whatever he is, or what level of a weapon he's been let out to be. I know he's stupid, though. I know he's stupid. It's gonna show very soon why. But, hey, sure, you know what? Fucking thank you, dude. Like, I wanna be your friend again, for real. I did like you a lot. And I had a lot of respect for you. I just got hurt, and it fucking confused me, and I wasn't in a state of mind to really think things through like I normally would be, and I want you to know that at least, okay, Trevor? Like, I don't hate you, I never did. I was betrayed, it felt like, and I had already been betrayed, so you, please, I was a little hypersensitive. Hell yeah, Dad. My god, you're a troll. Alright, hold on a second. I'm gonna try to figure out a dope girl. Oh my god, let me go to my own channel. So anyways, like I said, I love someone, and he did that to me, and I ended up homeless in a car after I literally, with the DV charge, even minor, still got 3 luxury apartments because I worked my ass off. Although the sky is yellow and I don't work and I'm lazy, it doesn't make sense that maybe I was bed rotting and I'm off camera because I'm not, and I don't want you to know what I'm up to. And it's not because it's nefarious. It's valid. But I'm also going to make sure that I win. My piece is coming. The bad guys are so fucked. I'm serious. If you think you're not and you're with them, I would maintain a low level of fucking presence, or make sure you don't commit any crimes that I can report. That's all I gotta say, you know? Honestly, not sorry, but, you know, say. If you think you can have a chance at life and you deserve space to breathe, then don't be a corpse, you know? Yeah, should I go civility base? Hold on. Justin's not in jail. He's literally not in jail. Why does everybody say he's in jail? Okay, Rel, you're a weirdo. That's so. Hey, by the way, Justin, though, or fucking Rel. Oh my god, Rel, that was like a weird. Has the first number, the one Nick Docs, the 330 number. Okay, that's what my parents pay for, T-Mobile. It's not hacked or anything like the Verizon phones that Nick sold the SIM for, right? So I fucked up and I fucking messed up my SIM card thinking it was a Verizon phone. And I was resetting security settings, and god damn it, security is not that easy. I know I'm not retarded, but with tech I always am. I also don't like computers and screens, I get headaches. I don't like reading a lot on them. I can glance, I can fucking go back and forth. You know, that's different. But like, they make it so hard to figure out where to go to do what on fucking security shit. Oh, that's nice. She's like, well, you know what's funny? Yeah, I love my parents. They love me. I know you guys think otherwise, but like, I'm tweaking, right? The sky is yellow. Anyways, no, that's a courtesy and luxury for safety. I pay for my main phone lines, okay? And then all my other bills, except for the car, which I've never been late on until I was trying to still help my ex get off drugs. And yet it's still me that's the problem, always me. Yeah, the only problem is that I care too much about a sociopath. When is anyone gonna fucking, like, acknowledge that? Not Shiza, if your brain can't keep up, that's your problem, not mine. You have no idea what I've been dealing with. No, he's literally not in jail, psychiatric patient. He's literally just called me. You want me to get purple and show you the phone call? I was half awake and I didn't answer it. We're supposed to kick it tomorrow. Anyway, so dope girl, the point is that I accidentally locked myself out of my good phone that's trustworthy because I was thinking it was a Verizon phone that wasn't. And I won't have access to it until my mom's SIM that she sent from Ohio gets here. And then I can have access to my phone again. I'm so sorry, it sucks, dude. But you know what, dope girl, DM me, VPAZ123 on Insta, and I'll get you one of my new numbers for Verizon. I got you. I'm down, okay? I trust you, I'll give it to you. Just DM me, okay, hon? I don't know if we're on Instagram together or not, but if we are, or aren't, VPAZ123, if you already know, just hit me up, and I'll give it to you. That's weird, Rel. He's got warrants in another state, but still active. Do you know what that means in a state where he's trying to get a license? It's funny that you're literally admitting how dumb you are right now. Dude, he has warrants, okay? I know you think I'm lying because you're that dumb and literally delusionally, like, unhinged. But the reality is he's already talked about not having abilities to get jobs because, okay, two things you can't do with a warrant for DV, especially, or any unfinished criminal charges, felony or misdemeanor, but especially with warrants. Jobs don't want to hire you, which I'm sure he's fine with. That's a great excuse, right? It's my fault. All it's my fault. Yeah, no accountability. No, he can't actually get any kind of license for operating machinery with that. You know, it's a thing, right? I just told you, Ro. Absorb it. Oh, base. Okay, Melissa, well, I know it's you. Now I know it's you. Huh. I see you, honey. I'll get you the new number soon. Not just yet, because I can't focus as much. You guys, you don't know what's going on right now. It's insane. It's real. It's good, though, but it's enough. I'm over it. But we're definitely, I'm not going to go any further. It's good, though. Let me just say, they fucking got to me the other night, and it wasn't because of the hacks. I've been silent about that for months. I didn't want to look crazy. And I knew what you guys would smear me as if I brought it up, but it wasn't prominent at all until more recently. And then the missing evidence was like the big kickoff. It was like 3 days before the fucking hearing when I had just started to think everything should have gone smoothly. And then suddenly it was like the phones were freezing, and then all of a sudden stuff was just missing. You know what's funny though? I had even better stuff saved on my computer and on hard drives. Oops. Oh, and all the greats. All of them, by the way. There's a lot. All of the ones I didn't even know existed. The reports in Scottsdale that make my ex look bad. Even the report he made. It all helps more than you know. And then his admittance of, intent to manipulate. Not because he was scared of me. Wait, he just admitted it wasn't because I scared him. It's because he's a piece of shit. And then for revenge for something I didn't do, he called the pot. That is not how this works legally. Y'all are on the wrong team if you don't get that yet. And then not only that, he gave a little bit more of an intent with hoping that I died from it. I have more than that. But let's just put those as two very important critical pieces right there, and they're safe. Don't you wish they weren't? Anyways, we're gonna go find Trevor real quick if I can. Trev, doll, where'd you go? I wanna make Trev a mauled again. And I wanna have a call with that little motherfucker. But yeah, what I was saying, basically, I'm going back and forth, but whatever. Pretty much what happened was so weird, because things that should have induced empathy suddenly returned against me again. All I did from start to finish was my best, and it was out of love. There was nothing nasty about it. Although, yeah, there's this term you guys should definitely research, because whatever smears you're throwing my way now, there's a big thing I need you to know. There's nothing criminal, okay? This is why. I'm not that stupid for starters. Also, I'm not a bad person, and he's you for acting like that's not any of you. But anyways, once he's taken care of, and he will be, trust me, after today, you have no idea. Yesterday was incredible, but today was that one missing piece we couldn't get fixed. Holy fuck, we got it, dude. It's good. We're good. It's everything, literally. Dude, I can't tell you I want to, but the impossible happened today, and not because it should have been impossible, just because locally we haven't been getting help we should have had the whole time, while other cities all saw the problem. But it's fine. It is what it is. We're done. We're good. Everything, and it sucks because this city should have been the one that cared the most, but now they didn't have a choice, and it's on record what I've got, and it's jump-starting everything, and literally doesn't leave doubt for any other issues beyond that. Yeah. But these people are criminals that do it themselves. I'm just sitting there watching it and making sure I record it, especially if it's directed at me. Just saying, keep running your mouths, fly high, birdies, until your feathers get burned, and I watch you crash into the fucking ground, crying about the fact that you don't have any chance to fly anymore. Maybe just don't fly so high, you arrogant fucks. You don't deserve things everybody else does. Like, not deserve. Like, you live in rules and standards that only apply to everyone but you guys. It's weird, by the way. But yeah, end of the first point. I'm making a few points. It was a good day for a lot of reasons. It was exhausting. I'm driven mad over this, and I did almost fucking go crazy the other morning. But it was kind of funny too, because it wasn't because of the hacks, by the way. I don't like that, but I never freaked out over that. In fact, I saw things happen that Purple noticed, and I denied, because I'm not a paranoid person. And those of you that watched my ex abuse the fuck out of me for not being paranoid in public, on camera, act like I'm not being validly freaked out by what, I won't tell you who. Let's just say I heard something from someone I've trusted for a while that I'm no longer friends with. It was in a DM, they sent them early. What freaked me out, really, wasn't the hacks, by the way. Although when Victoria confirmed that what was happening with her was what Purple had been talking about that I didn't want to admit was real. Fucking weird motherfuckers. And his was through hack, through my SIM card. Hers was through, I think, an open file. Different types of hacks, but mine was the most dangerous, by the way. I just didn't even think it was a thing. And then when it got really bad, I finally Googled it, because I don't know. Look, if you can keep moving on and not get attacked, but no monsters. Look, it's like going through one of those, like, aqua exhibits at the zoo, where the sharks and the fish are around you, and there's glass, and you walk through a pathway or whatever, but you're dry, it's normal. It's just that there's a glass structure, but you can see it, it's right above you. That is how I've always lived with demons, okay? if I'm not doing anything wrong and I can get around doing what I'm doing, why would I be freaked out by something that can't touch me or shouldn't? Just look normal, be well-intentioned, nothing's gonna get you. And if it does, then I think there will be justice and karma, because you didn't deserve it. So I try to be my best. Well, only Verizon. That's what I'm saying. I fucked up my T-Mobile phone that my mom pays for because it wasn't fucked up. And we're pretty sure Purple's dad's Wi-Fi isn't fucked up, but here's the problem. I was arrogant for months. I know when it started. And what I realize now is that they probably actually just had access the whole time, deeper than I realized. They were covert though, because I would have figured it out. I would have fucked up. I would have dealt with this sooner, obviously. They wouldn't have deleted all my evidence. Well, not all of it. Definitely not all of it. Just the initial key piece is that I had so much more of them. My ex is that dumb. He's really that criminally arrogant that he thinks that what he says is okay. It's wild. But while hurting people for nothing other than stupid schizophrenia delusions dude needs a padded cell and Risperdal. Hope you like it, bitch. It's coming. Freak. Oh yeah, I want to tell you more. But let's just say, I think the 5150 situation will probably be the most applicable. Just for a few reasons. Also, charges might have been involved that I didn't even know were happening, but I don't know more than that. And I don't know more than what that could mean. I really don't. But I know I didn't make those requests, so that's not good for him. Just saying. Because I am more mentally able to comprehend the multitude of things in my life right now that I'm kicking ass with, although it's exhausting me. And if you're judging by how fast I'm talking or telling me I've been rotting in bed all day, I'm just gonna say, man, that you don't know the fuck first thing about me. If I go silent and you're a demon that won't fuck off, fucking get pale. That's all I gotta say. Anyone literally that knows me, silence is your worst enemy with me, but I don't want to tell you that. Underestimated, appearances always get me what I need. People think I'm weak and dumb. They always learn, trust me. Even Alex mentioned that recently. Yeah, I heard that, Alex. You admitted I humbled you, and it was valid, but I'm not going to say more. Stop criminaling and fuck off. You're welcome for being the better person and making sure you were exposing yourself for who you are. Not only did I give you a chance, you betrayed me. Not only did you start it very maliciously and unnecessarily, you made shit up too. I just told you facts. And then not only when you claim, by the way, if you did, you paid someone, you're not that good, bitch. Alright? I'm as good as you at all of this, by the way. That's why you stopped saying my name, bitch. We know that. Okay, let's get real. That's why you admitted that I'm not stupid. I like that you at least could admit that. We know that now, right? Okay, great. Don't fuck with a bitch that can fuck you up for nothing. If you fuck with her for no reason, don't fucking put my family involved, bitch, or I'll fuck you up too. And I don't do it with fucking lies. I'm not the person to expose shit unless their hypocrisy is that obvious and vicious and involves people like Astro and my mama. Yeah, Astro made shit up that she actually did to her father, but she was a real meth head. Well, I was a normal, working class, badass bitch in my teens, making money at a strip club as a manager and in college, and then I moved my... Astro, bitch, you have nothing to compare yourself with me. In fact, the fact that you think you're any level above me is wild. And then you had the balls to, smear my mom, who trusted you, and me, who trusted you, with shit you've done. Well, you're the junkie who fucked a gay man. Ugh, these hypocrites, man. Anyways, my point. I love this song. Anyways, my point is, yeah, I'm over it. Alright, I'm not going after everybody. Trust me, I ain't got the energy. But I have got a streamlined path for the sociopathic criminals that make it clear they don't think that the law applies to them, and that gaslighting works in legal systems and not really the internet. It'd be it. Double thing don't work in the fucking legal textbooks in America, my dudes. That's the whole point of litigation and legal professionals. What they do is they find loopholes in the vagueness of any law, and they find arguments that apply. However, what I wanted to mention about all the smears is what doesn't apply in court. If there was any reason for him to fear, I would have charges that not only did he not admit were not legally verifiable or just or literally even valid, and that they were revenge. Yikes! Just let's start there. But also yeah, sadly, I'm sorry. I'm just tired and I'm sick of people telling me that why I'm like this. It's not because I'm a bad bitch. You guys can't imagine. I can tell. What accomplishing all the shit in my life I've done, which has been very hard in many cases and really isolating actually. I've always had love and support, but even my sisters and brothers, they all had a different dad. Even though my dad was my dad, I still had the crazy guy that would come to the house, and they didn't have to go visit him or anything. They didn't have to go through that abuse. Although my little sister was around sometimes when my bio dad would get wild. When we only just recently started talking. He had BPD. He has BPD. Anyways, yeah. I don't know, man. I'm just saying, I grew up in a bubble that I thought was normal, and then I realized I was just different than everybody. I had a medical issue nobody understood forever, and that's what I had just gone through. So, by the way, when you guys tell me how much shit I look like right now, you didn't know me before then, or what I looked like. It was, my hair was out of my ass because I couldn't afford to get a cut. I could barely afford my bills because I was working and I was sick all the time. I had no social life. All I could do was lay down after work. And it was miserable, everything. I puked all the time in my head. Like, dude, you have no idea. Why I went to Ohio and came back to Scottsdale, yeah. No, I worked really hard, I got through things, and then I fucking succeeded. And then even when he did what he did, which didn't get him what he wanted, and proved what a failure he is and what a badass I am, even with a DV charge, albeit falsely reported, I got all of us, me, Luis, and him, 3 new applications that got accepted, and we had choices, but he wrote the first one, so even my landlord that still loves me and wrote me that, recommendation, and all 3 neighbors that like me that he fucking called action for, by the way. Yeah, is it me or him, by the way? Can you guys figure that out yet? Literally, he lied in contempt of court on that live stream. What the fuck are you looking at me like I did shit for? By the way, if they told me to show up in court, no. I have rights. I'm okay with what I did, and it got me what I needed. I don't know where there's confusion. I did nothing wrong, and I had rights to that, and I got what I needed, and it was valid. Why are you trying to turn me into some obnoxious loudmouth? What, because you don't want to hear facts? You don't want me to win? Like, at least we're in America, and if you squeak loud enough, you get some grease. With the law, anyways. You'll figure it out soon enough. But you can also do your own research to see what's coming. But none of you will. You're so special, right? The sky's yellow. It's cool. The sky's gonna be yellow until it happens to be, you're gonna figure it out. The sky's actually blue. But I'm not gonna talk about that anymore. You're gonna figure it out. I'm doing things that you'll have to figure. Bae, look, I really have a lot of no respect for you anymore. I want to like you, but I don't anymore. You're lucky I'm letting you in my chat right now. It's only because you're adorable, but I feel like you're a dick. You're really bad with how you fucking provoke. You try to be Janny and Q, dude. What's wrong with you? Bae, I want to trust you and like you. That ain't the way to do it. It's gross. So if you have some moments where you feel like being vindictive and malicious, just know that I actually really want to like you. I don't know, though. Just throwing that out there. You're a doxer and you don't give a fuck about anything that really matters. I think you just like drama or something, but I do think you're talented. And I appreciate you shutting your mouth for my wins early on and not running it and, just making content out of it. Thank you for that. I want to trust you, but I don't know. I hope you can take some accountability for that. Well, he doesn't have to be in my chat either. He should at least be grateful for why I don't have to do that, okay? But I am. Thank you, Shiza, for speaking less. It all depends. I'm spicy and I'm hypersensitive now, so I'm a little bitchy without meaning to be sometimes. I'll be real. You guys killed Shay online. Shay's totally real offline though. That's the point. Shay is real. But not to you guys, many of you, unless I talk to you out of here. I get to know you. But those of you that think that you're shit and I'm not, I'm worried, dude. Like, I'm naturally gonna ruin you. Okay, if you fucking go too far. You can leave it at me. Tell me I got fat. Well, I lost weight anyway, so there's that. That would at least be true, although mean. Rude. I was under a lot of stress and I ate to know my brain and I gained way more weight than I am even completely certain I put on. I was like fat as fuck for me. Yeah, I was huge, but I did lose a lot when I started getting back to myself though, so that's good. Oh really, dope girl? Can you check, baby? You could check. You could check. Who are you? Oh, really, Rel? How do you know that? I feel like you're just placing a red herring in my way, but that's interesting. That's good to know, but why would you help me with that? I feel like that's just to throw me off, honestly. Rel, look, I had never had a problem with you, but I see how you feel about me. It's not fair, by the way. It's not real. I wish you would just get to that part. I want to trust you, although I think maybe you might be Jake Silver. Just a little more covert so I don't ban you. I can't tell. The real Jake Silver is, for some reason, so confident that nothing ever can be discovered about the things he does. Jake Silver is so easy to emasculate. He sits in his little stupid goddamn fucking basement. His mom chained upstairs to the kitchen so she could make him Sammy's. But, she's a woman. That's all she's good for. And as long as she, doesn't fight back, he'll like her and be nice. Oh, well, that's good, Ralph, but you seem to know and communicate with him on a level that disturbs me. Do you see where I'm coming from with that? And you talk a little bit like him, but you seem like less retarded, for sure, and way less sadistic. That's a good thing, by the way. He's insane, and he's gross. Oh, let's just say, Melissa and Jake, my goodness, they're the gold mine. Melissa's the gold mine, though. Melissa was the #1 W in the world, but I'm not going to say more. She's a W. I still don't know if she's fake off for me, or some, content clown, or if she really is this psycho, that she thinks she can get away with all these things, and look, Dude, she's left evidence for us to collect. And no, I don't have it on my phone. All of that is already in the... Anyways, it's not... Well, she's retarded, but it's fine. Do you guys, like, fly high? It will only burn you. That's not my problem. Like, you could have just stopped acting like you deserve to fly that high and I needed to be on the ground and then shame me for it while you flew high. No, when you fly that high, you're gonna burn. And then when I'm on the ground taking my time to fly the valid amount I'm supposed to, they're gonna fucking realize what it's like to never fly again. I digress. I wanna like Rel. Rel, I wanna like you, but I don't trust you, I'll be real. You're nice in my chat. Horror Green, that's interesting though about fucking, I'm not skinny like I'm used to being. I got shape. No tits though, my tits figured out my ass did not shrink, my thighs are so fat as fuck. Well, I want to trust you, although I don't know why you would be giving me intel, and then going to my ex's chat and smearing me the way you do, and talking about me with Jake Silver and criminals that want harm for me and the people that shouldn't be harmed. And there's no reason for it. Why do you collude with these people publicly if you want my trust? At least fake it better, man, alright? At least Janny was a covert white knight that had a long plan. His sociopathy showed at the end, and luckily, just in time for me to figure it out, that he's just as bad as the rest. But I won't say more than that. All Janny had to do was just like my ex, leave me the fuck alone and stop being entitled to things that he didn't have any right to have, because he's not me. Nick wasn't either, so why do they get to provoke and weaponize my traumas because they're making money off of it? It's sick shit. Yeah, no, Janny or Nick. Literally, I made jokes about it. But no, he's a narcissist, and he's weird. And a stalker, dude. Like, I always thought Janny had a crush in the beginning, and I think he's a scorn simp at the beginning, and then when he realized the money he could make off me, he was a scorn leech. Imagine just telling someone to fuck off and they get mad about it and make it hard. But don't commit crimes, dude. It makes it way too easy for a girl who's not as dumb as you think. Just saying. Yikes. I do actually, Dope Bro, you're a very sweet person from my understanding. I apologize for not being around to check you out as often, okay? I'll be real. I do. I'm sorry. I want to get to know you more, but that's the way I would like a phone call. All right? And we'll get to know each other maybe a normal way. All right? And then we can be friends as real streamers. Okay? Are you down? I don't know who it was. I'm not telling you anyways, but I don't know for sure. It's just, that's what shook me the other night. And then I got on live and Victoria was freaking out about her hack. Rel, I want to like you. You don't know. I'm actually a good person. I wish you would give me that benefit of the doubt instead of colluding with really bad people that have no reason to do what they're doing to me and then my family and my roommates and shit. Like, why would you even be for that? Publicly, even though you're not in my chat, that's why you're not banned. Because again, this is not a hug box. I know who many of you are. But if you keep it chill so everyone has a voice, that's the definition of free speech. While you guys celebrate people like Jake Silver Q and like anyone who feels like they have an opinion that's more important than yours, and then they say it's for free speech while using a loophole just because law hasn't defined crime versus free speech yet, but it does exist. It's interpretive. Ew, not Shiza. Oh my god, Shiza. Ew, dude, the fact that you say that. Hey Shiza, I'm gonna ask you one question before you're never allowed in my chat again. I don't take this lightly. Dude's like violently threatening my family, and I don't know if it's true or not. I think he's a pussy with a vagina that is literally like 5'2" and has always been beat up. I think he's angry because he's worthless and very feminine, if I can be frank. That's why emasculating him is so easy. Real bae, that's real. I mean, people are mean to me, but I know how to handle myself. Victoria's even better though. She's funny too. Well, she hasn't been around this long. She's got that spice that's like fun. You know, I lost that because I just hated you all so much. I don't know what that means, Chairman, sorry. It almost sounded like you wanted to be friends or support someone who violently threatens me and people who don't deserve it. Shiza, I told him, do you remember, Shiza? Shiza, I want to ask you a question. I half believe that you have a brain, but I'm not sure yet. This might be the test. Hey, Shiza, do you remember what Silver did to Dex and how he enabled her and funded her meth addiction the way he did? Got her away from her mom, all because he thought he could control her. He's a PDF. That was a year away from that. Legal entitlement, okay? Let's just be real. I'm not being mean. We all know this. I know, Rel, but he's still going at it with his sick shit. Just because you're sick doesn't mean you're not a toxic piece of trash. I mean, I saw him in Victoria's chat today. It was more of that arrogant, like, oh my god, she's dumb because she doesn't agree with me. There's no validity to their anger or rage. It's like they're literally psychos, and they don't understand that they're the anti-free speech. And this is not a hug box. Okay, Shiva. Anyways, we're talking about Silver. Please keep it to that. I don't want whatever whatever mind game we're doing right now. Really real. Maybe you can get to know me in DMs. I'm not going to tell you anything, but I want to get to know you if that's the case. If you're the real and you're not the shit that I think you might be, let me know. Oh, that's really what happened. That's disgusting. Oh my god, CMFN, that's exactly my fucking point. He made sure that nobody that was good to her was something she was allowed to be around, like me. And he sure as fuck didn't like when we all said it, but I said it publicly with the power of my attention on the internet. I exposed that freak fuck. And he'll never forgive me, so he thinks crime is okay. And threatening innocent people like that, honey, not only are you dumb and worthless, and you're definitely easy to emasculate, because I can tell you are the type to be emasculated. Silver, listen. Also stupid. Nobody believes you're a lawyer, okay? Just saying. I'm not a lawyer and I know that. So let's just start there, Silver. If you're watching, honey, I know you are, but you're being a freak. Let's get right. PDF freak, predator, really nasty freak who isolated a girl that could have used support from a wholesome, intentional person like me, who's been through some stuff to tell her, dude, don't do that. Just saying. You promoted it for her. So where did everybody get to the point where he's like, the shit? Did he start paying you guys to lose your fucking morals? The fuck is wrong with some of you? I mean, this is why I don't think Manette's just dead yet. I think she's been sitting in a dump. Her fat's been feeding her. Her brain's not dead yet, although it's mostly lard. There might be like a small shrivel, but she did low-key defend me. Because, oh god, at least she's realizing that that was at least bad enough. But it has to get so bad that it's undeniable. And then Manette can't publicly say she denied, you know, she accepted it or was complicit. But let's be real, the whale fucking went after a fake bitch on Facebook, thinking it was me, and doxed without remorse. They're psycho, all of them, and they're definitely going to die if they're not dying. Manette, your time is, dude, fat whale legacy, bitch. Like, eat. Your time is coming, have fun. You know, you're still not a human right now, but you're not dead. You're on your way out, piggy. You know, when you have that cardiac arrest, it'll be what it is. Oh, well, that's the other thing I noticed too, CM fan. I don't know what he's really... Thank you, real. Okay, you know what? Fuck yes. You know what? Fuck yeah. Okay, dope girl, thank you. That's exactly how I am, but you haven't been in the game as long and you don't have as much hate, so you don't have to get as spicy constantly as I do, but I'm glad you don't, by the way. This is wrong and gross. It's not just about me that I'm fighting for now, because as you can see with Victoria, all she's doing is being honest and real without kissing ass, and she's funny and she's good, and she catches everybody's attention. And she's pissing off the right people who should be fucking pissed off, because let them show who they are. It'll make it every fucking second easier to get rid of them. They have no idea what's coming. None of them. And they should fucking just back off, man. You know, I hope you never get to this point, all right? Because my family's been hurt. People I care about, Melissa, have been hurt. And I hope you never get to that point with this place. And I'm trying to make it better for all of us, if I can be frank. This is beyond me now. I can tell it's not Nick. It's not me. I'm just the one with a platform and a voice who's been through it. And I'm high IQ enough to learn really fast. Also, I have the resources and blessings because I have faith. I wish I could tell you guys all of it. I'm just going to tell you, it has been hard as fuck. I feel demons. I have since last year. But man, when I started talking to God again the other month, damn, did I notice every miracle. Even the ones when I didn't want to acknowledge him. I didn't forget him. I didn't dismiss him as real. It's just after he let what happened happen to Bean, I couldn't look at him the same. After Bean was who made him, I felt I knew it. I didn't believe for sure until I felt that hand on my shoulder before Bean and Peter showed up. If I know they were my angels, why would you do that to her? Why would you put me in a position? Was that my lesson somehow for loving someone too long when they should have let go sooner? I don't know, but I don't want to hear this either. You guys want to act like I stalk him, right? There's an argument for reactive abuse. There's zero argument for intent, patterns, or anything beyond that with me. It's literally all going to be dismissed whenever you show them. Except for the head thing on the fucking light rail. That was a joke. And yeah, I was annoyed. I fucked with them. It was not a crime. Although if I would have done it regularly, yeah, it would have been. That one time was not it, though. And it made our views pop, and I was right, as usual. How do you think I drew my ex out of hiding from evading a fucking order? That he was served like a retard because his ego is that easy to read. I believe that. Dope girl, I will check you out as much as I can, honestly. I want to get to know you more, I really do. And maybe just on a normal level first, that would be fun. Actually, here's the thing. Who said that? Oh my, let's humble Fred Johnson a little. Hey Fred, alright, I'm just gonna get rid of you because I can tell you're a retard. Literally, dead brains, your graves are being built. Maybe just go sit in them while you're, you know, before I have to force you on it and chop off your head. If you want to babble mindlessly about things that don't matter because you're brainless and sociopathic, no, nobody's. Like, literally, don't make me do it. I'll cut off your head and you will never speak again. Ted fucks. Bye. But if you're if you're a human that's dying, I might give you a chance. But if you're already that stupid, like, goddamn, yikes. No, I don't even remember what that dumb fuck said. Yeah, that's based by Unreal. Okay, you know what, Rel? Decaf isn't a bad guy. He's just shady and a pussy, if I may be frank. So is fucking NJ Close. I never worry about NJ, though, because he is funny, by the way, and he's pretty spot on. But, I think he's not criminal and he knows better. So he's smarter and he doesn't do what he does. Except for that weird assumption that I fucking had some weird op on him with my phone. So that was... NJ, how do I ever look at you the same after that? Like, you put yourself out there as this logical, normal, sane person. That's snick shit, bro. You just don't want to admit that you're a pussy and he scared you. And it wasn't my fault and you got a taste of what I've been through. Thanks for admitting I have balls you'll never have. And fucking making a woman that was already a victim feel more isolated. Fuck you, NJ, for that. But I don't think he's a criminal. He doesn't bother me. He can do what he's doing. I do agree that DF kind of doesn't have a spine, but he picks his battles. It's fine. I'm seeing more women at the beginning and behind the scenes that have always had spines, but lately I'm seeing even the dudes, like I said, the normies. I consider UCM and fucking Won't Be. You guys are low-key normies, right? And there's one other one. There's like 3 or 4 of you guys. I all feel like you might be the same guy, but I know you're not. No, I wanted to really like all of them, by the way. Arel, you gotta give me that reality, right? Stop treating me like I'm shit, or I'm gonna turn into that. So what do? You just tolerate it, you know? The thing that popped out of the woman you thought was a man. I'm done now. But she did really nasty things, and she still won't stop. Honey, don't make me keep going. I don't have energy, but girl, I will. You know, I'm just gonna warn you. You could just stop right now, and I will never, ever finish what I want to do with you. But I can, and you won't be happy about it. You think you're God as well, but like, yikes. All these people that think they're God or wear my skin while like just being psychos and hurting people for no reason just to provoke me to get attention. It's insane. Anyways, what are we doing? Anyways, Decaf, no, it just sucks because he basically was like such a pussy and he's like not even admitting why. Bebop, what's up? Hi. I'm trying to keep up. I agree, Mike Hunt, that's a good thing. Either they're all faking me nice. Pretty much she's I really want to like you, for the record. I want to think you're better than this. But I see you chat as if you are just one of them sometimes. You don't go low though. I think there's hope. But like, dude, why do you support some of these people? Okay, she's a dude. Literally, it's scary enough that people like you. But we all know that because I haven't ever said his name hardly, it's not because I'm afraid, by the way. I saw him fail the other day. And it was so satisfying. He freaked me out initially at first. Just because of the people that had never been doxxed. There's something deeper. Yeah, that's cool. But he ain't the hacker and he doesn't have the intel. He's an informant. And he was way behind on some intel that he thought he was super, super flexed on. And that told me he's not the one who's doing all of it. But he likes to claim it. It's funny. Yeah, no, she's a baby. I've seen you plenty. And I know it's you. So speak less with that one. I know it's you because when you come in here. Hi. He's not a diddler. He literally is a sociopath. And he thinks, dude, I'm not even gonna get into it. Like, Q and Janny are intellectual property, like, litigate, like, relevant for charges. Although that's not what I would be going with. And Janny could fuck off right now, and I will never do what I'm gonna do to Q. Or Dave Silver, or Melissa, but who knows who's far with what that. You know, they just like to run their mouths and be nasty fucks. Because what? What did I do, Melissa? I ignored you because I was busy with the real life and you're too crazy to have one? Wow, so what, you went to my abuser? What I was looking for the other night when I freaked out, when I ended up on that weird audio that had 3 different octaves and 1 DM, I was literally just looking for shit that reminded... Okay, look, let me just start here. I wanted to humble a couple people. I didn't know if I was going to post it. I just kind of wanted to laugh at the humiliation of the fact that they're that hypocritical. Okay, so I will be showing the judge all of the warnings Minette and Controlla gave me initially with my ex. And so when the judge sees that she's testifying for him, not only will her credibility be shot, she'll be seen as complicit in third-party digital crime, stalking and harassment, by the way. And also, so yeah, she will only hurt him by going and only hurt herself as well. But like, the bottom line is like, she wouldn't even be in trouble at that point. But let me just tell you, there's something about YouTube that you guys don't know. And it's legal. And yeah, you think YouTube can do whatever it does. Well, now it's found by someone else too. And as soon as I get the green light with my ex, the rest will be a goddamn fucking freeze. Don't push me. Just fuck off, you know? Well, psychiatric patient, it sounds like you're really too low IQ to keep up. That's not my problem, bye. This is actually reality that is gonna shock you. I'm giving you breadcrumbs. Sorry, you think I need to tell you all of it to fucking, like, dude, if you were not retarded, you wouldn't say I'm speaking gibberish. You do some research. But this is why the retards are literally brainless zombies who are gonna be put in their graves soon. The best of you, zombies, Yeah, free speech, not retardation. It's not gibberish. It's cool. You're right. That's not criminal, but smears. It's close to a smear. Why? Because you're not smart enough to keep up? Not my problem. I'm not you. Figure it out. I'll ban you for the smear, too. I'm over it. Don't fake news me. Or anyone. It's stupid. Like, I'm a mod in Victoria's chat. I have no urge to fucking ban any of them. You know why? It only helps me for starters. And also, I'm not like that. And literally, I don't know why everybody says, oh, vegan's banning, vegan's banning. What is this weird manipulation you guys think you have over... Victoria's literally too high IQ for that side of the community. But the good ones, you're sticking up for both of us, and I love you for it. Super good sign. I mean, also, like, yeah, I've always been really smart. I'm really fast learner with things I have to learn or I'm passionate about. Because what I'll do is, I don't do it anymore like I used to, but I like to learn things. I used to. My grandma's a school teacher. I'd go to her classroom in the morning, she'd have books. I used to read Harry Potter in the backyard at my parents' house in Kent with my lab, hanging out in the backyard in the play set. You know, I would go to the corner and then sometimes I would hang out with my brother, play football, go find lacrosse balls in the, you know, the fucking soccer field at the fucking elementary school down the street, because I was in elementary school. And I would just read. And then Buddha, my best friend, my horse, we'd go into the woods in the outback, which is like 100 acres behind the stables. Some horses lived out there, but the show horses and like the more like singly owned, like if you had a bunch of horses, it was cheaper to have them out back, but show horses for reasons, and also just because it's easier on them. We would have loved to be out back though. Anyways, it was a bunch of land, right? And there was a lake on one side, and then you go back, and it had this like track that was like pretty small, but it was all woods. I would take Buddha back there and I would study or read on it. I would literally put the book on his booty. I would flip around in the saddle and do my homework or read just for fun. I don't do that anymore. It's hard. Yeah, Sir Digby, Chicken, Caesar, because they haven't figured out what I did. Nor do they have any of the... I swear to God, this is almost like a sign of me needing to be the one to do all this. Things legally, I don't know, dude. It might go to the Supreme Court if I do what I'm doing and they hear me out. I will be real, minus today, forcing what I had to force, even though it was valid, and they had other evidence that they ignored. But now what we have recently is basically everything we needed, because we have an undeniable documentation of a really acknowledged concerning violent crime. And also the other evidence to support a lot of things. Oh, another witness discredited for my ex. Let's go. And to prove their indirect cybercrimes. Huh. Yeah, I could keep going, really. And then I wanted to... So what I did when I freaked out the other night was just basically... I was trying to figure that out just for my own ego, really. I wanted to see how many of these retards that talked to me like they cared for so long turned to save face when it only helped them and didn't give a fuck about me. I wasn't necessarily going to post all of it, but I wanted to, some of it, or I was going to use it for discrediting purposes, which is... I have other stuff way more powerful, but just saying, I don't know. I was just curious, you know? And then the one person, they're an OG, and I've known them forever, and I've been told by other people I trust that it's not the case, but all I'm going to say is, like, I was literally also trying to make peace with this person. Because I didn't hate them, and they just were really gross, even when I tried to offer an olive branch. Like, after what they said, and it wasn't fair to me about something I didn't do, and when I explained it, they didn't want to hear me, and they just gassed me more and got mad more. It was bullshit. I had every right after the second time of them doing this to me, where they just ran their mouths, and they were usually trustable, but when they felt like it, they couldn't control it. Ugh. I don't like people like that. It's low IQ shit. Okay, always shut your mouth if you don't know. For real. Whether you care about people or you just don't want to look dumb. You don't care if you don't. And you look dumb if you do. So, like, speak less if you don't know things. Anyways, my point is, they are weaponizing traumas that they used to try and say they protected me from. I was trying to make peace, but I got into that rabbit hole of, like, well, how hypocritical are they now versus then? You know what I mean? They aren't testimonials, and I don't think they would for him. They don't like him. I do believe that, but they're treating me like shit for nothing. Anyways, this ego, you know? Like, this person's better than that. I wanted to believe that. I don't really know anymore. Oh, Rel. Yeah, you getting fun things, because you know what that means? When I get restitution granted, Nick won't have a choice but to pay me. He did take this off my attention and suffering, because he's worthless as a creator, and we all know it. And he does too. But instead of being humiliated for the worthless fucking emasculated piece of nonsense that he exists as, he literally is proud to show me off as his use for no right to exist while I earn the things he takes. Can we look any more like a beta failure than my ex? So, I'm just saying. He's also like max 35 to 40 views listed on IP2, and even not listed on IP2 and on sub by fat fucks like Manette and Controlla. I'm just gonna say, like, I remonetized faster than literally anyone I've ever known in this network. Huh. Yeah, it's him, not me, right? He's special. Well, bro, here's the thing. I don't know, Horror Queen, exactly what you're talking about, but I will want to say, let me finish this thought, though. Here's the thing. Bro, all I'm gonna say is literally, like, I'm just smarter than you guys think I am. I'm more attentive. I might not even act, and you have no idea. I was getting hacked for months, and you never knew. So, fatty fuck Manette, why are you smearing me as a tweaker? When Victoria's the one who said it, but you want to gaslight her, she needs a nap. You're gonna gaslight her because she doesn't agree with what you're saying. You have to be right, fat girl, right? Your fat tells you you're right. You must be right. Hi, fatty. The rest of us aren't fat. We know the truth. You don't. Speak less, eat more. That's all you got left in your life is food, piggy. And if you're really lucky, you'll live a lot longer if you eat more now. Go for it. Oink, oink. Speak less, bitch. The reality is, though, Rel, you're not wrong, but I have a lot more of a detailed strategy than that. And let me just say, I planted a lot of seeds before this. I'm still planting some, which is why I'm exhausted. And then things happen that shouldn't have, and I have proof of all of it. By the way, I do have proof of many of it. Oh no, in strong amounts. There's like a lot of crimes he falls under. And although this is not a criminal case with charging necessarily involved, and I was told by both lawyers that I consult with after I do my own research, they're helping me interpret what I've learned, okay? And I don't think that's making me dumb. That's making me better at this than all of you. You'll never fucking understand until you do. But I guess my ex did, and then you guys gave him some weird superpower to think that he's not the piece of shit he is. You're all gonna figure that out if you keep fucking with me and people that don't deserve it. So anyways, let's go. And calling tyranny and your own egos free speech, okay? Yikes. Anyways, this state has defined the line between free speech and crime with digital shit, by the way. So that's another win. There's a lot of wins here. It couldn't have happened in a better state. And the problem with fucking Victoria, by the way, I wanted to mention, oh, that was what I was gonna say. That dumb fuck that got the brain router that I had to fucking ban because it's just, I can't. I'm not even gonna tolerate that low IQ level. Let's be not retards in this chat, okay? At least prove that you're, maybe if almost dead, at least your brain still functions and you can think things through. Yikes. Yeah, so anyways, no, I don't know, I don't know, this logic, man. Fuck, I forgot what he was saying again, that guy that I banned. What did he say? Yeah, babe, I'm tired. I'm literally I also have a medical condition. This is normal when you're tired and work as hard as I do. But what would you know? I worked through this to have what I had that Nick took from me, and then I got through everything and had less resources, and I don't have my healthcare right now. And Nick fucked that up too. Do you want to speak less? Or do you want to sound dumber and dumber? Yeah, I'm tired, dumb fuck, and I have a medical condition, and I'm still kicking ass. Brutal. Get humbled. You have no idea who I am. None of you do, except for the ones that do and care. But those of you that do seem to be coded into silence, and if you haven't been, you're getting it. Things are changing lately. Bae, if you're really bae, you should DM me. If you're not, whatever, I don't know. I don't like you anymore. I want to, though. I don't know if I ever will trust you, though. I might like you, but I won't necessarily trust you. Oh, Maddie? Oh, that's so cute. Are you sure? Aren't you the one telling me that, like, everything with my ex is so old, even though it's current because he has warrants? And then, well, he literally first and false reported me, and I have evidence. You've seen it. At least to make him look not credible when he claims I'm the abuser, for starters. But you guys can't get the part. Here, sweetie. Okay, you gotta get this. You're a retard. Okay, keep telling him he's right. It has only served me well. I've had 2 years of the most damning forms of evidence. And did you know, some of the calls I made that I didn't get direct help with, although they came out and tried, they did start charges, or fucking, he does have other charges I didn't know about. I didn't know what they were because the cop didn't inform me that they fell under a different category than any definition of law per Arizona, like, structure. You know, Cali defines the difference between third-party distributed abuse, harassment, and stalking and terrorism, which is exactly what half of what he's doing right now is, by the way. I think direct is more like he literally says, I think that would be like the EDP stuff. I'm not as sure about direct, but I know that's a common one, so I'm not really sure. It might be the Melissa shit, I'm not really sure. But then you guys think I can't connect y'all to it. Okay, it is a lot, and it is a mind fuck for anyone listening. That's why the trial is what we needed. And I really didn't want it. I thought we had enough for what we had until the evidence disappeared. But now not only do we not only have more and much more powerful and just equally as relevant to the arguments I'm making for every charge or crime he's validly committing. Oh, also, if he gets his order, I'm not sure. I have to ask one of my lawyer friends. He might literally have a felony at that point because they're called, I think it's called wobbler cases or something. Your third DV accounted fucking legal notation on record. In California, I don't know if they all have to be Cali or not, but I would imagine anywhere, especially since his in Arizona are so active, he might get a felony if that's really what this goes. I'm not asking for that. I'm just saying he fucked his shit up, and I didn't have to do shit. Just report it, you know, and get hurt by it. Why, bae? It's a nice chat. Nobody's being a dick. Anyways, yeah, I just like stupid people talking about how I don't understand things. I love that. It only helps me. And I think that I thought Melissa was just dumb and psychotic, like a clown that like literally was locked out of its, or let out of its fucking mental ward, okay? But I do think maybe now she did know somebody. Her power, or the power she thought she had, being so dumb and arrogant about bragging and giving me all the evidence I needed to A, connect her to Nick for third party, B, make her a chargeable criminal on the ground as a violent direct threat bitch. Okay, bitch, like, you also film children and we have all the evidence of that because you think that's normal and okay. Okay, so maybe you know a cop. Maybe they delayed some of my evidence, and if that were true, it's not like that anymore, sweetie. You're just gonna have to find that one out. You fucked up a little bit today, and in a really good way for me, and a bad way for you and my ex. And you two are part of the, you know, you're Californians. This will affect you the most. The feds are for the rest, but I digress. I do actually. A monetization, I don't know, I've been up all day. Yeah, I've just been working a lot, dealing with a lot, and I haven't been able to work, so I'm fucking broke. But I've been getting shit mad done. And then shit's been happening that shouldn't, and I'm making sure it needs to be justified. And I've been having to give a lot of cops a lot of real life info while you guys are giving them fake shit, or they just don't know the full picture. And it's not just cops, anyone really. Every entity, maybe. And sometimes I'm there forever. Yeah, it's not a waste, it sucks, so it's a waste. I shouldn't have to put this much effort into it, let's just say that. I think it's over there after this point. No, monetization, I'm literally like mentally like out of it. I'm kind of like, this is like adrenaline. My hunt was well, it's not Bae, Dope Bro? Huh. Yeah, here's the thing, Dope Bro, he doxes a lot, and he fucks with even my family now. I would just keep an eye out with that one. He's not who you think he is. I want to like him too. I do Horror Queen, yeah, I really like, everybody loves Raymond though, and the sitcoms of the early 2K, what was it? The Game was like the early 2000s, the Football Wives game, or that fucking short sitcom. I like the WB and the CW, same thing, over time, but... Right, well, Nick said Chicken and Jacob were in the ceiling. Do you really want to bank on the W with that one? The fact that he thinks that is why I'm glad. Because everything he's done to me is going to come back tenfold. And everything he's feared, not because I want it for him, because it needs to be done. The Risperdal, probably, maybe not that, I hope not actually, but some medication and some padded self-minute and diagnosis and accountability will be held for him. You have no idea what I'm talking about, but that's okay, you'll see. And it's earlier in the game, and I'm going to tell you exactly what's going on, but yeah, all of you guys literally listening to the man who doesn't understand reality, and also is like a liar on purpose. We saw it in the courtroom. All of you that support him, watching that hearing, I didn't do anything wrong. I made sure my voice was heard because I have rights and I'm over not being fucking heard. And look, I have more than enough evidence. I had every right to act how I acted. There was no belligerence, and it wasn't... The bailiff was fucking idiotic, and I was still nice. But he needed a reality check with that one. It was super gross. All I was doing was making sure the service was proper, and he had no right to say that to me. And I'm fair, I might report him for that. I don't want to, though. I would like to give him another chance, but it was inappropriate as fuck. He needed to learn his place in my rights. Everybody does. Including the cops that didn't want to take my evidence until today for the things that people think they're invincible for. Mike Hunt, so basically, Loop Real, thank you for admitting that. I do appreciate that. He's also a sociopath. It's a bad combo. Look, Nano's a good person. He's not. It's a bad combo. It's really bad. And not only is the most, like, insecure, egotistical fuck I've ever met, he literally somehow... it's not just women online, but in person, his kiss-ass shit, love bombing, it only works with women the way it does. Men, he figures it out that he's not smart at all. And he's really not interested in it. He just likes to feel right, but he's also instinctively paranoid. No, Maddie, that would be retarded. That's not how that works. What you do with that is a whole different process. I guess you can't get that far, so like I'm not even gonna explain it to you. Wait, I mean, he does really belong in prison. He has for a while, but also, like, literally not only is there... You guys have no idea what I found out about the Scottsdale stuff, and for all you want to tell me it's old, it doesn't matter. No, it's literally relevant. It's current. It's active. And also, you want to call me an abuser at the same time for a charge that he false charged me with? It was the oldest charge. Can you all make fucking goddamn sense? Stop embarrassing your own fucking IQs, you dumb fucking rotters. I don't know what that means, Maddie. I don't really care. TBH, you sound like a weirdo, and I don't really care, Rel. I know that it wouldn't go far, I'll tell you that much, because he is actually trash. What he would basically do with her, he would have to find a hot girl like myself. I'm sorry, that's just the case. I'm actually way above his grade, and we all knew it from the start, okay? I was a little Barbie doll next to a fucking weird motherfucker, and I didn't give a fuck, because I thought I loved him. But we all know from the start I've been superior to him on every level, including with my morals. And so me saying I'm superior, it's not an ego thing. He's just a bad guy, and I'm better looking and better inside. Everybody with a soul would like me better, okay? It's reality. It's just that the bad guys really thought they were going to strong arm the good guys, and you don't know how much support I've had or why I have as much evidence as I've had, or how this has been is so... It's just fallen into place. I didn't want it to take 2 years of me collecting shit, traumatized. But when it went to the wrong people, dude, that was when I woke up. You guys could have just left it at me. You would have won. You fucked with the wrong bitch who actually has love and support. Because when you do that to people that don't deserve it, that do love and support me, I love and support them as much. Or more. And I'll fuck you up. Figure it out. You'll figure it out. Ooh, Rel. Ooh. Okay, well, here's this. She doesn't know that... Oh, you want to know another charge maybe coming his way? But I won't say too much more. I'm just going to throw a little herring... Or, not herrings, actual breadcrumbs out there. And if you guys are smart and do some research, for this state specifically... And maybe try to look up some reports that I've told you exist for him. Although not all are public and listed, by the way, on the public website. There were a shitload. He had 9 fucking reports. And I would say 7 of them. He had some either intent to charge, description of what he was doing criminal, even though it wasn't what I was asking for. Basically, literally, like in abundance. Not only did they lead up to the cyber element, this is like a thing. It was a weird process, dude. I didn't know as much as I did. I didn't know. Because the cops didn't update me. So he got charges on shit that I thought they just let him get away with. Because it was too free. No, they actually did try. But what they did was they tried to find it in a free speech state like Arizona, which is terrified to fuck with free speech. Not the opposite of California, which is to define crime and free speech. Arizona, I love you for your free speech, but understand that's critical, baby. You're my favorite state in the whole universe for so many reasons. I'm from you. You birthed me, AZ. Get fucking real with the crime versus free speech shit, though, and then you'll be a true hell of a fighting free speech state. There's nothing wrong with defining that line at this point. It's hurting people to not. So the cops basically couldn't define it, okay, more than free speech, because there was nothing definitive legally in the state of Arizona. But they found other terms to place him under for crimes that were valid and accurate, and part of what he was doing, they knew it was wrong, but they had to fucking legally interpret it into a point. So they didn't tell me that, though. If I didn't... Well, how I found it, I did discovery for everything. More than you know. More than I knew. And then the Isla Vista thing happened, and it just really formed my full argument for what I want. And that was just to prove that the public was also in danger, and that others saw it, and there was a reason. Also, what I noticed is every report listed him as a mental, unstable, I forget what the word was, but it was checked off in the mental illness corner. It was like not literally mental illness, but it was like mental instability, or there was a term for it. It was mental something. It was he's crazy, dude. Okay, and everyone knows it on record. Okay, did you know something else that he never knew? Well, he knew actually, but he never looked at it because he's lazy as fuck. He just likes to bitch. And then even though I hand fed him shit for chicken, he didn't do anything with it. Yikes. Yikes. Ungrateful and stupid. Brutal. Bitch less. Failure. You're the failure because you do nothing, and you can't manage when people do good things for you, so don't use resources and waste them, the fuck. I won't give you them anymore. The end. Anywho, the first report, the false one, you want to hear 2 things that are even really just more evidence that he's the dumb fuck that does what he does. And he's been reported, or he's been the fucking cop caller now twice and gotten arrested. And in other cases, I never got arrested. And in the first case, both of us got arrested. Although he admitted it was false, and that's huge. And I have it saved very safely. But really though, the first report, that is the only one that I wouldn't have been able to get, because all the other ones beyond that, I was a victim, and they were free from Scottsdale. They were not free from everywhere else. But I learned a lot with those ones alone. Holy fuck. Also, the last one, when he got his warrants, I didn't ever see that. But the judge on paper, this is very powerful, guys. Because you tell me he's not. This is a professional in the law system. Oh, and she's a female that didn't like me at first. She just took her time and figured it out because it was real. He did false report me, and she saw it over time and what he was capable of. She granted me all my orders for him. And then, she's the one who also acknowledged him as a danger to me and that he needed to be given those warrants. She thought and documented that he was a threat to me because she had evidence and a lot of fucking goddamn reasons to over the time we had been in and out of court together. She even remembered when I go support him for his stuff, because it was always when I wanted to make him feel safe, and he never wanted me to feel safe, but she knew that. Everybody did but me. I'm not a piece of shit. I actually want to see good in people, for the record. But yeah, no, anyway, so let's just, I'm gonna give you guys a surprise. I mean, he has rights to get that report. He's technically a victim. It won't be on record like that for long, though. We have too much evidence against that. However, the patterns and the intent, right, those are critical. Let's start with the report and who got what. It was his report. His lawyer, that he didn't get a good one for at all, by the way. He didn't get him his own report. That's discovery. Bad, bad, bad. Lawyer, you're a bad guy. You're dumb. Ugh, ugh. Not criminally, you're, like, reportedly dumb. Just, oops, Nick, you got fucked there. My really good public defender, by the way. She got me everything. I didn't even need it. But now I do. And it forms a fuller picture, right? And when I'm broke, because you guys have fucked with my income, I sure as fuck don't have to pay for that one either, because I had it. You know what it says? As every fucking documented with a witness next to us has said. Not only was he looked at as a concern and the aggressor every time, I was always the one they were concerned about. Because there's no history of me having problems with any of the people that were witnesses, including some that I'd met and known for years. What does that tell you? My family hates me. The sky is yellow. I'm a man from Uganda, and your name is Bob. You're all Bob. All of you. Everybody's a Bob. No women here, just Bobs. You get where I'm coming from with this double speak shit? Anyways, there's that. That's the thing, okay? The other thing. Not only can I prove that they were negligent about letting him have fucking squatters' rights, and after the second case when I was still in the jail for the first time, didn't do anything about the clear, insane impression that the cop documented he was crazy. But not only that, the cop fucking documented he was mentally unhinged. Very specifically. Again, it's a term with a box. There's like a category for like type of case, and I don't... Anyways, I know what I was reading. I don't want to tell you all of it anyways, but it was a thing that literally, like, I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. So they all knew, which is, again, more negligence and their fault, why I'm homeless. They knew he was crazy and just told him not to make false reports because it's illegal. Bro, if you're going to legally incriminate yourself by looking like you didn't do your job, don't tell people that you thought he was crazy and then told him something that you didn't think was... Like, why would the cop not just take him out of a house that wasn't his to start with? And then when he didn't have mail in a state that demands mail for squatters' rights, they sure as fuck won't be able to present that. That charge will drop off. I just have to make them aware of it and deal with all the motions. But anyways, that report is key. It makes him look bad, and it makes him look really bad, especially with the first earlier videos that go with it. Nothing he says will be taken badly, and it shouldn't be, because he's a piece of shit. Avail, what does that mean? Are you another fucking retard? Thank you, that blood. Oh, bag shots? Yeah, well, the other thing I want to mention, too, the best one. So here's the thing, we're trying to prove a few things here. If you guys want to do some educating, try to figure out what I'm asking for, and I might have a fucking unicorn case that will give us the win, because case law kind of does that. And with this situation, it really defines a lot of things to define free speech from crime in a more definitive way than most. If this case were if this case had been known, the problem is it was in a small town and the guy was probably connected, but it fit a certain formula: verbal, physical, digital. Now my ex embodies all of it. It was hate speech mixed with physical attacks, and distributing that as an encouragement throughout the web. And monetize from it. Yeah, no, it's all free. My ex has all of it, though. My ex has all of that, and then some. So, right, guess what? The unicorn case with this, I'm not going to tell you what the result was, but it's a big deal for this purpose, okay? Once one case, this is how case law generally works, right? Once there's a case that breaks the norm of what most judicial systems would be comfortable due to the, like, issue with the clarity in law, okay, which is the issue right now. I get it. This might change a lot, and dude, I don't want it to go to this, but it might go to the Supreme Court. I wasn't actually serious initially when I said that. That was a meme. This is like seriously, like it might change everything if I get this win, because I would be the second person in known history for this request. Because just even in this state, it's hard because like literally like free speech is so hard to define. It hasn't been really at this point between crime. I know, baby Bado. Hi, how are you? Yeah, well, I also took business law. You guys are dumb. And like so many of you commit intellectual property crimes, you don't know why I'm waiting around and chilling for right now. You have your end card coming. And I don't want to say that as a threat. It's just your shit and your thieves and your criminals. I can take care of it in court. I can just take care of it the way I'm about to. I already got what I needed, but I have to wait for something to be able to do what I want to do. It'll be a blast. Just trust me. Blood's coming. Battle's over. I win. But you can just fuck off and surrender and let me have my land. Or you can just keep fighting for nothing that you don't have any right to, and get killed. You. Yeah, fucking some of you guys, you're not only criminal, but you're part of exactly why Nick applies for a crime of third-party distributed cyber harassment. And watch what you say in clip lately and how you frame it. And the one guy that likes to make fake news about me that doesn't exist really should figure that one out, because he shouldn't be so proud. If he's not the one getting all the intel, and he's getting paid, and this is a job, bitch. Dude, this is not the job anybody should have if they don't want to go to jail. I recommend you disappear. Or just stop. And I would leave you alone too. Yeah, the Supreme Court, I can't tell you why. I want to so bad. I can't. But look, there was a pro bono attorney that came up to me in the courts because he saw me in there so much. Oh, he has my undivided, or I have his undivided attention now. He wanted a trial, he didn't think we'd get one. It was a Deus Ex Machina. Not only that, there was a case that he didn't believe existed, and he was, I don't know, he looked up different terms. This case is called an alt case. It has 2 case numbers, normal and alt. It's alt because it's new and it's cyber. It's very definitive. Now, again, I think in this community, this guy, he was just connected to the, like, judges and shit, but it doesn't matter because once the first case where a judge decides that type of a decision and nobody has any argument to negate it and it doesn't have any fallback, well, then there's more confidence in future litigation cases where a judge is comfortable with it within the same format of standards and formulas. Like I said, with this case, hate speech, physical assault, and then the digital distribution of compliment, like 1 a.m. Ohio time. I didn't realize it was 1 though. I felt so bad, but I was just like, Daddy, can you tell me what the fuck? Do you think I'm crazy? And he doesn't, because he knows it's real. But like, I was like, Dad, why do people act like this? Is this real? I didn't grow up like this. He's like, I don't get it either. Like, I don't get it. And my dad is so, he's not stupid. He's very simple and he likes it like that. He doesn't like getting involved in shit that's stressful. And bless him, he never needed to. He's a good guy and he never deserved that. He's really loyal father, husband. Like, he's a good person and like, he just likes simple, fun shit. So I don't like burdening with this, okay? But I had to last night. I felt like I was going crazy. Because nobody in my real life would ever think that I deserve this, by the way. Real people's souls don't. Even on the internet, like Victoria, although be it new, she's figured it out quite quickly. And the people that made the mistake of hurting me just because they got fucking ignored or fucking told things that they didn't want to hear, even if it was nice. This ego thing, like, dude, this is all gonna bite you guys, at least karmically in the back, or in the fucking ass, hold on, mini. You guys are gonna fucking have karma come your way, even if I don't. Like, you're bad people. Even the ones that turned on me, even like Speedy's grandma, just for turning on me how she did and weaponizing my traumas. Dude, I'm gonna say this. Speedy's, if you're listening, listen. I don't like you. I think you're shit for what you're doing right now. I wanna believe you're better. This is the only reason I'm giving you this opportunity. And I'm not saying you have to do it, by the way. It's not like that. I just think that you're good enough that maybe you could take me up on it. Speedy's, if you hear me, I would like for you to DM me and have a conversation with me. Because I never had a problem with you, and even when you fucking twice ran your mouth for no reason with no validity at all. And then you ran with my haters to say things I didn't say. Speedies, you blame me as shit when I was... Okay, my grandma was getting doxxed Speedies by Controlla, who I had no conversation about her kid at all. You come into my chat and had the nerve when I defended myself to have shit with me for that woman. And then with the car stuff, you did apologize for the car thing, but... You think I'm not going to respond a little fucking bitterly, especially from someone I trust. Speedies, I want to believe you're better than that. I wish we would just drop it. But you did keep going when I tried to stop it. I tried to remod you. You said, ew, it's tainted, so I banned you, bitch. And then I was going to let it go, but you run your mouth about bullshit. And then you're nice to my ex, who literally would get me evidence for. Lady, all of you people that are hating me now, many of you got me evidence in the beginning because you knew it was wrong. Who are you now? What did I do to you that makes you feel like abuse is valid just because you didn't get your ways? Or because... I literally told you something was wrong and it was. When does this fucking... What is wrong with some of you? I don't know. I actually really liked her. I really was hurt by it, but she didn't care. And she's too stubborn. She's just being too stubborn. All she did was fuck up a little bit unfairly, and I was okay with that. If she would have just said, hey, I'm sorry. Just like Astro, the reason... That's psycho. Okay, everyone can show you what Astro shows them. I don't even need to say more. The crazy chick who doxed him and... like false reported him for fucking like, what was it, a wellness check? No, it was just her threat to dox us. She's insane, she's manipulative, and she's a big fucking liar, way more than I gave her credit for. I didn't even know how bad it was till she started smearing me, but pretty much everyone she was friends with, yikes. Okay, so when you ignore her, she'll explode your phone. Okay, it's psychotic. And the day that we got in the fight, dude, She was threatening the fuck out of me at Justin's. I couldn't get Justin awake, and she didn't give a fuck. I mean, she just told me that it was her world, and no amount of the fact that she was accountable for having me come up north when I wouldn't have anyways. I would have stayed in my car. And then kicked me out of my car, got fucked up there. Okay, she's a sick fuck that needs a serious, like, medical adjustment, like, mentally. I don't think she's dead. I think she's dying, though, or maybe her brain is, like, she's polluted and seriously sick. I don't know what a disorder of that amount of lying is called. I don't think she's really evil, though. I think she has good sides. There's something wrong with her. I mean, really. Anyways. I forgot what I was saying about that. There's a point. Yeah, you're right. I gotta go. Yeah. Real TBH. Look, actually nobody in my group ever did. They always warned me about her, but they were also the ones that instantly believed me when I told them things she was convincing people of. She only convinced people of stuff that hated me. It was yikes. And then little pathetic stalker Janny, who has no talent outside of me apparently. Dude, Janny, like I said, prove to me you're better by finding a clip target that is something that you can make something out of. Or did I make you? What's it like to get humbled with reality, bitch? And then publicly rejected? And then instead of just fucking off like you could have, you make really bad choices, Jenny. You outed people that helped me for good reasons when you claimed that they were problems. Sociopath. Jenny, you're sick fuck. You should have shut your mouth lately, I'm just gonna say that. You're dead. You're a dead guy too, but I think you're just a fucking opportunist if I can be frank. I don't know. I think you take advantage of the bad guys doing things that you don't want to do, because if you did, then your white knight shit would be proven the false manipulation that it is. Yeah, you guys wear these images that don't exist. I see you though. And the real ones see me. That's why they're helping me. All of you that want to think my world ain't what it is, that's only your funeral. It really doesn't hurt to just be moral and nice though. Because you don't know who you fuck with, you don't know what you're doing, and you're not willing to figure it out because you can't admit that I'm right in any context at all, and it's only going to get you guys fucked. So stop. I won't keep going. Figure that out. I don't want to. I have no energy. But for fuck's sake, if you fuck with my baby sister, my nephew, my ADT, for fuck's sake, when I'm doing normal shit, and then you make this weird image that is not me on the internet, and then my mom, I get smeared twice by someone. Like, I thought maybe the weirdos were, like, not real. But then I realized, like, whoa, no, I met Astro. She's one of them. And also, like, after she said the things she said in defense of me, to control herself, and knew better. Oh my god, dude. I don't know why she would contribute to this at all, but she does. So there's a level of mental unhingedness in this community, and they're not just bots or weirdos that have a fucking promo for a, I don't know, force of thought, I don't know, whatever narrative. No, there's weirdos that live, eat, and breathe, and you think that next to them are safe. But then they go hard and low, and then you have to fucking remind them who they are. But they're not just fucking avatars. There's real people in this fucking community that are saying these things. Cigarette time though. No. Anyways, that's really that. Hey, booby over here. Oh, shoot. And then I got a plant. Oh, I wanted to say this too. I went, oh my gosh, so nice. But, okay, there's a couple things, right? I love the fact that right now I feel so confident in a lot of things. But I didn't expect it. I wasn't at the beginning. It's just, it was like up and down emotions. It was like, oh my god, I'm gonna die. I was like puking in the streets, crying. I was so over it. I was sick of being denied shit I had rights for, and I had all the evidence for it. Well, then I got sent to the right place, and I got a little bit of help, and I got really good news when I did. Although I don't have all the answers I needed, I got answers I didn't know I needed, and that was what got me lifted. And then today, man, oof, let's just say, has accountability for the crimes you commit. It's on record, bitch. And you know who I'm talking about, but you will soon. Oh, and not only that, it gave me the whole piece of the puzzle I was lacking most. A local on-the-ground crime and direct threat of very severe danger and intent. You know, there might be other evidence already there, so that would establish patterns and intent. And then the crimes themselves. You're done for. You don't know who you are yet, but it's coming. And also, that made it so that even if there was any sort of negligence in the local PD, it can't be ignored now. So it got forced in there. I'm cool with that. But also, like I said, the other courts, other cities, they would have needed half of this. They'd all, it's just this one, Sac City, they didn't want to do it, you know? Alright, am I gonna say that? Stu, you don't have to come out, but it would be cute if you would. Would you like to, my dear? Would you like to? Yeah, people, I'm not gonna repeat myself. If you guys want to help him at all, it won't be anything other than a reduction. I have way too much, and it's safe. I have way too many witnesses in life. Even just, I didn't even ask some of the witnesses I was going to help with testimony because it's in the report very loud and clear how they felt. The global report, well, hi Schreiber, how are you? Whoa, who's talking to Lord? Be nice, Lord. What did Lord do? I think that might be real big. Real Bebop. Oh my god, Bebop, I actually haven't seen you for a while. Oh, that's a retarded. Oh, is Jenny Rel? Whoa, I don't think Rel is really, I don't know. I don't think it's Jenny though. Jenny has a very like haughty, like, I'm right, but he's so dumb. And he doesn't know what he's doing and how I can figure out who he is. And I don't do it for doxing. I would do it to fucking sue him. But I don't want to. He really should just stop. It's insane. He's complicit with really bad crime and he's fucked me over hella. Okay, Jenny and Hugh, by the way, you're in trouble for intellectual property crimes for starters. Hugh, you're actually a cyber terrorist. I have more than enough on you. But we're not ready to figure you out yet for litigation. That's coming though. You don't know my plans. You don't know what I'm doing. Better for me and worse for you. Think I'm dumb. Let me win. Keep running your mouth. It'll be fine. You're fine. This guy's yellow. It's totally yellow. And, oh wait, no. It's gonna be shown very nearly soon that it's blue. But if you want to insist it's yellow, continue to help me prove that it's blue. Dumbasses. Well, I don't think you are. I don't get that vibe, Lark. Actually, I don't. I know. I'm sorry. I just like, I'm so you don't understand. My last few days have been nothing but brain work. That's why I'm talking so much. And it was so nice because my neighbor friend, we smoked some weed and chilled, but like she was normal. And it was cool because like now I had to figure out how to formulate all the evidence in a way that's not confusing to the judge. It is the most gifted situation that we have at trial, that we can show everything and ask for everything with that. And someone's already interested in the case that might be more important than mine. I don't know who exactly. I really don't. I'm not kidding. Actually, I don't. But I found something else that very much was confirmed that's absolutely going on. I don't know what the depths of it are though. And he won't either right away. But I'm sure we will eventually. It's good though. It's really good because I didn't ask for those things. And I think maybe my case might have just gotten them on paper legally for these people to do what they wanted to do. I'm not really sure though. I don't actually know. But if there's something that I didn't ask for that's very big, and it means that they have something that they can hold weight with. Anywho, just saying. That was yesterday's win. But I was literally walking around downtown Saga throwing up until I found that answer out. And then it felt better. Today, I was so sick of it, all of it, but I had the evidence I needed to do what I needed to do. So I just sat back, and then I got sick because then Victoria started getting attacked, and I was just, I don't know, seeing it happen to other people, especially righteous ones that are not doing anything wrong but being normal and supported for righteous, valid reasons. Because even though Nick didn't go at her and they didn't date like he has with me, she got a taste of it. She's just higher IQ than I am, and she didn't give him all the chances I did. Victoria's smarter than me. Hey, Victoria J, just going with it. You claim you're older than me, although, honey, I don't believe it. You don't sound like that. I'm pretty sure you're not. You sound too young. That's okay, though. Lucky you. I sound like an older person. Or maybe I'm younger and you just have a little baby face. Or voice, whatever. No, Victoria literally figured it out way faster than I did. And that's to her fucking benefit. Righteous, but also, like, not just, like, kissing my ass. Anyone who's just kissing my ass will just say, no, vegan's okay, fine. Yo, Yak, what's up? Hi, Yak. I can never simmer down. I'm kicking ass right now, and I've been under a lot of trauma. And you think I'm acting more like myself? Watch me. You didn't know me, guys. And this is what I look like when I'm fighting back validly and for moral purposes. But like I said, I never wanted to be here. I wanted to die when I was 17. I've always thought I was in purgatory. But when you bring in my baby sister, who I used to beat the fuck out of the bullies for, by the way, they didn't come back. You guys won't either. My grandma's handling it the best, though. My dad, La La Land. He's not happy, though. Grandma is somehow the most chill one about all of it. I was worried about that. Watchman Brave was sunny and brave, but just being a moral person that tells reality to a bunch of freaking smear double thinkers? Are you retarded? Try harder. Baby Vado, yo, Global Report, if you guys are real, I appreciate that. I don't know who's a troll right now, but I will say in Victoria's chat, it was amazing. Some people, they are usually just normal and silent. They were just real. And while I babble and I'm just eviscerating people, and sometimes it works or sometimes I just don't read it, I understand. When I'm ready to spit venom, it doesn't translate as well unless I'm talking it. So sometimes I just look manic when I'm typing shit. I'm a little manic because I'm pissed. But I had so much fun eviscerating Jake Silver today because he's literally a little bitch. Prison's gonna be good, little man. I mean, woman. We know you got nipples and a little clam down there. My balls are bigger than yours. Honey, you're like 5'4" with greasy hair and a really pale gray complexion and a lot of pimples. And you got beat up a lot, huh? Oh, that's why it pisses you off when I own you so much. And I didn't have to try hard, Jake. We can tell that nobody would like you if your money wasn't involved. And you know that too, honey. But what the reality was with Silver is he's a little spoiled brat who thinks that law doesn't apply to him. Yikes. Anyways, I was having fun emasculating him. but like Won't Be Saved was like popping in with the most clear, concise, short reality. And I'm not going to target everybody like that. I'm excited to see so many people are speaking up. Bebop, do you think so? I think you guys, I hope you guys are real about that, Bebop. I think you're being honest. I don't remember if you ever hated me or not. I can't tell. Jake definitely has a little cervix. He's petite. He's fine-boned. He might break some bones in prison, but he's definitely going to have a bigger back hole for sure. And maybe I'll get him a makeup kit on his way in. Remember, I'm the man. He's not, and I'm not even a man. Yeah, Jake, you're that. You fucking loser. Money isn't gonna save you. Oh, vegan. Victoria gets, oh, honey, nobody likes you. Everybody thought you were the PDF I called you out for. You just didn't like it because I had a fucking platform to do it. Imagine, like, demonizing someone who is good to her and managing to think that you are the good guy. No, you're a sociopath. You're making... I was told that I had to have 8 lines, which is not true, by the way. I was way overpaying the whole time. I got, like, a $700 credit. And then the whole fucking hack thing, well, I had a router that was never turned on, which was holding the place of one of those 8 or 9 lines. It was just supposed to be cheaper. It was just like a hotspot you never use, right? $190 never turned on. Yeah, tell me there's not a cyber hack. Oh, they fucking refunded me for all of it though. So anyways, yeah. No, I like to deny things that don't make sense until I have to not deny them anymore. So anyone that thinks I'm a tweaker or paranoid, and not just under serious mental stress and or trauma that I haven't ever had a chance to really process until recently moving into purples. You guys have problems. Imagine thinking that like what he did is not only not a thing to you and you dismiss it, and then the result of that, you act like it's something else. You're dumb, you're psychos, and you're pathetic, and you need to get a life. Like, if you're so much better than me, can you maybe stop making shit up you don't know? And then look to doing what I'm doing that you're trying to take from me. Like, you know, business, jobs, success, because I earn it and I work for things. You could prove to me that you're better, but you fucking fatties can't manage because you're not. And you know what? That's why you make me you. Anywho. We're getting there, I'm sorry. I have so many things to say. I have so many things to say. Oh, Purple's asleep. Boy, I'm getting out the door. Also, like, Abby's been stressed because it was so stressful. And she's just been squeaky and needy. Here's the thing, the other thing I did all this for is because, like, dude, I couldn't even... You don't get it, me and Abby. Listen, we're besties. We've been together since Orange County, okay? Abby's been my #1 since day 1 out here. And, I'm just gonna give you an example, okay? I love to chill with her and put my head on her butt and look into her bulbous eyes. It'd be like my booby. You understand that means so much to me to do that? My brain has been too tired to do that because I'm just falling asleep by the time I try. Or I'm just fucking focused on drama that I don't ask for. But I have to subdue, and I'm doing an okay job at it. Better than they want me to be, and it will be successful. It's just unnecessary, you know? I want to spend time. She's 13. And all you fucks, by the way, that fucked with my money and tell me I'm a bad dog owner, you're the shit fucks. Not only are you going to jail for what you've done, by the way, a lot of you, by the way. Literally, it's a thing. Sorry, not sorry. Including and starting with my ex. And anyone else who tries further. But you could fuck off right now. The real bad guys, you're already on my list. You don't know. And maybe someone else's. I digress. There's a reason that I'm doing this, how I'm doing this with my ex. But I don't want to tell you all the details. Basically, the bottom line is, I think people hacked my evidence, maybe due to the fact that, well, let's be honest, the reality is, you guys don't like to know that I'm right. It makes you angry for whatever reason. I mean, you could listen to me and save yourselves, but yeah. Some of the stuff that you guys don't understand is that you don't know what you're talking about. It's helped me out a lot. My ex did. He built the case that I'm going for, and then his own direct threats, and then who's followed through. Well, let's just say, like, whoever I decide to list, where and how. Well, maybe I have a green light to get their information off YouTube. I mean, you would just have to research how, but not many of you are capable of that. So, Vegan is a liar, the sky is yellow. Oh my god, how did I end up in jail? I'm not a complicit or a fucking direct criminal at all. I swear, the sky's yellow. No, the law says the sky's blue, man. Stop fighting, man. You're in a prison cell. Yeah, that's what their life's gonna look like. Yikes. Oh, okay. I don't know who that is. Abby's fine, but here's the thing. This is the responsibility I have, and I do every year. Except for right now, I'm too tight to do it, and I would like to do it. Abby is a 13-year-old chihuahua. I know you two freaks. Like, you want to make me you, but here's some facts. Especially, like, Minette. You fucking cat abandoner. Unintelligent, like, non-strategic retard. Who literally flew out of a storm, left your cat in a hurricane, and came back and begged I'm just going to call out the failures as they need to be, because it's constant with them. I don't even know if they understand that they didn't have to talk about me. I wouldn't fucking humble them. And I don't have to say things that are fake, because it's true for them. They have to make fake news about me because they are that thing. You know what I mean? I'm not kidding. I'm not. And normal people